All right, so today we're gonna go back on this T45. All right, so these T45s have literally been sitting on my garage floor since, well, the beginning of winter. And I've decided, I've done a lot of research, this and that. I mean, these things either they explode or they'll survive. So after everything I've researched on it, like I said, they can either explode or they'll survive. I mean, these things are either a workhorse or they're made of glass. I mean, it's a 50-50 out of them. So what I've decided to do, I got some new input and output shaft seals. I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in there. And then I think I'm just gonna go ahead and button this transmission back up and let it ride. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna take the reverse and fifth gear shift fork out of the other transmission and go ahead and swap that into this one because this one's cracked. Also on this one, I'm going to be changing out for the speedo gear to put the tone ring on this one. So that way, when I put it all back together, I'll actually be able to use it with the new wiring harness and tail shaft housing for the 99 to 04s. Now this is why I'm swapping this out. The actual pad part is broken off on this fork. So I've got everything still loose and apart on it. So we're going to change out this shift fork and we're going to use this beefier one from this transmission. And the reason I'm even doing this is because I'm actually going to build this transmission while I throw this one back in to break in the new clutch. And I mean, if it goes, it goes. If it doesn't, I mean, I have zero money in it. Now the other transmission is going to get a slew of parts. It's going to get a hardened input shaft. It's going to have everything inside of it taken care of. We're going to do billet 1, 2, and 3 and 4 shift forks. So that transmission is the one I'm really going to do a full rebuild video on. We're going to change the synchros. We're going to go completely through it. As you can see, there was some surface rust on it, and especially the tail shaft. So I want to make sure that the transmission is fresh and clean, because when we do go add more power to this car, like we had mentioned in before videos, I mean, I want to be able to make 400, even 500 horse in this thing, not, turn into a bunch of spare parts. Now the one with, a tooth missing here and there in it, I mean, it may happen to it, but I can't really get on the car for the first 500 miles to break in the new clutch setup. And that's really kind of a blessing because I really don't put but about 500 to 1,000 miles on this car in a year anyway. So it's going to be a good amount of time before I really put that amount of wear on the car, and that'll give me plenty of time to build this other T45 completely up. And like I said, I'll do a complete tutorial video of everything I run into on it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube for it, and they're extremely informal. I'll be using those myself, so I still may have different issues that I run into with my build that may help some of you guys out on top of those videos. So that, I mean, it may work, it may not. I mean, I might put this thing together, it might blow right up, who knows? But that's something we'll all figure out together. So yep, I'll be changing this seal out. That's your input shaft seal. And then this other tail shaft housing, I'll be changing that seal out there as well. And this tail shaft housing already has the wiring harness and everything for it for the 99 plus cars. We're gonna swap this out. We're gonna knock that roll pin out. Make it real easy to pull out of that transmission. Once again, garage is a mess. It's torn up. It's in pieces, so please don't mind that. And let's be real, we're just gonna send it. And I know I said that my next video would be that intake manifold swap, and it will, but I gotta get this stuff out of my way first. And to do that, I'm gonna put this one together and take the other one and the parts of it and just put it in a corner. And this one can go in the car here pretty soon after this intake manifold swap. All right, so now you guys are all up to date on everything that's going on with the car. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you guys can see what's going on next.